There's something big happening this morning and there's no turning back. Let's see what's going on.
In this episode, we're making a big move. We're changing our twin rudder design to a single rudder. You might be thinking this is not the smartest idea we had, but bear with us. We will explain the logic and the reasons behind our decision. If you're new here, we are Jen and Pierre, and we're building a 37 feet expedition sailboat for the Arctic and the high latitude. Welcome to Sailing Wild Raven.
So today we're going to be boring a hole through the boat. We're going to a single rudder, so now we have to make a hole through the entire boat so we can put the tube there so we can fix the rudder after. So it's a big project. Kurt from On the Road Machining is helping with doing the job because I couldn't do something straight like that. It needs a professional work, so this is why Kurt is here. Hopefully things go good.
Have to go good.
It has to go good.
Is this the center?
Yeah, that black line.
Yeah. So we
can actually turn
You know
the
what we can do? Just we can get that on there, let the weight push it down, and then we'll weld it.
We should have seen when we put the motor in.
Oh my god! Yeah, that.
Well, we had mishap also.
Oh really?
See where the pole is? Then where you install in the ceiling. Drop the pole on my back.
Oh, were you hurt for that or?
Oh, well, stun or anything else.
We're almost there. Oh. I was kind of afraid, like I wasn't gonna make it. Remember we were talking about blocking it up in order to get above, but
That's not a problem. We have a solution.
tubing
It's either we raise this or
down.
yeah, we got. I think it's 2 inches.
See how much shit we're gonna be put on there. So if it'd be like that, it's a lot. Any way of really attacking this in position? Like I've got a piece of steel here, but there's nothing like secure. I don't know if those two little tacks will get enough. You have tons of room this direction though.
Okay.
We can pick wherever we want to go. We know our center line's right around here, so we're gonna be something like that. It'll be somewhere right there, close to the center in there, which is.
So you want those 4 tab cut?
Yeah. Is that okay? Yeah. There you with my bands. Yeah. All those.
Nice.
Just looking at where I'm putting it right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Why don't we just throw some tacks on here to hold it in place, and then we'll throw the drill on. And then middle, I just went 6 inches off the side.
Okay.
Gotta put it at an angle a bit. In there and then, okay, go ahead. Oh,
Uh-oh.
what was that?
Your boats are off.
Take it out again, I guess.
Okay, hang on. Okay, sorry about that. Let's lift it out. Alright, hang on one second. No problem. Okay, let's go down. Oh, hang on 1 second. Sorry. Go back up.
Yeah, you gotta go the other way.
Okay. Alright, down. Okay, let's try that again. So close. Alright.
Success.
So we're halfway through. We're almost through the middle plate. So there's 3 different levels where Kurt has to drill or bore. So the middle one, the top one is done. The middle one is opening it to roughly 3 or half of 3.5. And then the last one's going to be the bottom one. So that might be more tricky because of the 20-degree angle of the bottom of the hull. The center pin for the tool itself has to go through first, or else the cutting tool is going to be moving all over the place. So we need to find a solution for this problem. Kurt, what kind of work do you usually do on the road machining? What kind of job do you do, or that you don't do? Because I know you guys do just about everything.
Well, you can tell that we're doing custom machining here.
Yeah.
And usually we're in the oil, gas, anything industrial, but it doesn't stop there. Specifically, the machining is boring, flange facing, journals, but we do custom on-site stuff like cutting threads on-site. And
so that's not a big job for you, doing a hole like this in a boat.
it's not a big job, but it is a pain in the ass. That's about it.
Okay.
It's not straightforward, but we're figuring it out along the way, and we're more than halfway right now.
Okay, good.
We'll get there.
Great, thanks.
Yep.
The bottom plate of the hull is swinging too much while Kirk is trying to bore into it, so Pierre is creating support, so hopefully that will help.
We should have done that before. We should have put the leg in before so it wouldn't bounce.
Man, we would have been done already, eh?
Yeah.
Things happen, my guy. Okay, that's great.
What happened is that because of all the bouncing, we burned the only 3.5 inches brooch. Kurt had to use a smaller diameter one, and now we just have to make the hole a little bit wider. That's what Kurt meant when he said we would have been done by now if we would have put the wooden supporting leg for the bottom plate of the boat right at the beginning.
Well, we're gonna have to eat a little bit more material. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. But it is what it is.
Well, let's see, the biggest part is done.
Woo.
And if you wonder, this tube here is the old compression post. When we decided to change the swing keel for lifting keel, that was between the keel box and the roof.
And we are through.
Those old ones, we're probably going to put lights into it. Could be neat.
Oh man, quite a change in temperature. They said that the polar vortex was coming down this weekend, and it has arrived.
This typically doesn't happen this early. This is a later winter story. This could mean that temperatures to kick off December trend much colder than we would like for this time of year.
Quite a change in temperature. And oh, by the way, if you like that beautiful scarf, that's my friend Lisa that made it. I love it so much. So thank you, Lisa. All right, back to business. The rudder shaft tube here. It's been installed, it's done, it's not cut to length yet. We're still waiting for the rudder shaft. Actually, it's made. Pierre is on his way to go pick it up, but we wanted to have it so we could figure out exactly where we were going to cut, because we might change a little bit the cockpit, the sole, and there's a tip. We might change something in that corner, so that's why we kept the shaft longer. Pierre picked up this week the parts for the rudder. The parts looks beautiful, well cut, and reshape also, so we won't have to do what we did for the keel, which was driving on the steel sheet plate with the truck. So we don't have to do that this time. It's pre-shape. It's going to be very, very nice rudder, I'm pretty sure. Why changing for a single rudder? There's a few reasons why we decide to change for that design instead of keeping the twin rudder. You might agree with them, you might disagree. Both is always a compromise, and at the end of the day, you make the decision that makes more sense to you and the one that you feel the most comfortable with. For us, it was the single rudder. First thing, we need to explain the boat was designed with those twin rudder, but those rudder were straight. So I guess it's an older design, not very functional and efficient. Most boats with twin rudder now are in angle, so when you're heeling, the rudder is actually straight in the water. Ours, the rudder would have been like that. It would have not been efficient. Would have made a huge difference? Maybe not. We try to change the rudder design to have them angle. We would have been 20 degrees tilt going outside, if you want, and 20 degrees tilting forward. The 20 degrees on the side would have not been any problem, but the 20 degrees tilting forward was an issue. So either we would have to have the shaft tube going into the boat, we would have lost some space inside, and for us the aim of the game was to keep everything in that bulkhead here, which is watertight. The other option was to move that shaft backwards, but then it was so far back that we didn't have enough material to actually support the shaft and the rudder. We could have just decided to keep those two rudders and be done with it. For sure, there's plenty of sailboat with twin rudder that went into the Arctic or river with lots of debris and so on that never had issue, never broke a rudder. Potentially, damage can occur. And since we're going to go into the Arctic, go into the ice, and also go into some rivers like Amazonia, or let's say we go in Borneo. There's a lot of trunk and trees and debris that goes down the river. Well, they kind of
hit your rudder. And especially, we don't have a skeg there. So nothing was protecting the rudder. So that was one other reason why we said, well, maybe we should change. Then came the single rudder. Some people also said that if you have only one rudder and it breaks, you have no other rudder. Like with a two rudder, you break one, you still have one. Single, you break it, well, you don't have it. But the way it's going to be designed, like I guess we can do a quick fix. And the other thing is we're going to have a hydro vane and there's an emergency tiller. If worst come to worst, we can always use the emergency tiller on the hydro vane. Not as efficient as a real rudder, but to get out of trouble. Okay, it might be hard to visualize. There's a skeg. There'll be a bottom plate welded underneath the skeg, and that plate's going to extend here up to about 6 inches before the rudder shaft, and then it will become horizontal. By doing so, the prop is protected, the rudder is protected. If something comes from, let's say, a trunk, and it rolls and follow the hull, well, it's going to just keep going underneath the skeg and just wash away. I don't know if you remember, but we are planning to beach our boat. So when there's a tide or we want to go in a riverbed, we want to have the ability to be able to beach the boat. Having the twin rudder makes it a little bit easier. Kind of your leg or support. Those two shafts there, those two tube shafts, we're going to keep them. We talked about putting some light into it. Those lights won't be fixed when they're not there and we're beach. We're going to put some kind of leg tube beam, and those same beam shaft tube whatever are going to be used for something else. We're thinking about those. Maybe they can be used with the tabernacle or with the solar panel so we can tilt them. Just to let you know that next episode or the two following episode, we're going to talk about the stanchion and the lifeline because this is done. And also, we had to weight the boat. We had quite a surprise when we bored that hole. All right, last word. If you're still here watching the video, you're a champion. Thank you so much. It means a lot that you took the time to watch us all the way till the end. We'll say goodbye for now and we'll see you in the next video.